Hey y'all, hey, all my late but blooming babes. Welcome back to the channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. I am your host, Dom, and this is the late but blooming channel. Hello, welcome. Like I said, if you are returning, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. On this channel, we talk about narcissistic personality disorder, surviving, thriving, and moving forward post those type of relationships. And again, that's what we talk about here. So if you like that type of thing, do all the things that you're supposed to do on YouTube to make it do what it's supposed to do. So like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things. And let's get started with today's video. And in today's video, what we are talking about, because it just popped in my head, and you know how we do. I want to talk about triangulation. Now, what is triangulation? In layman's terms, in the most simple way I can put it, is that it will never be just you and that other person in the relationship. Because narcissists love to triangulate you with other people. What does that mean? That means that they have someone in the tuck, whether that's a friend, whether that's another person that they're having a relationship with, or they're cheating. It could be a sibling, it could be a toxic friend. But they keep that person in the tuck, knowing constantly bits and pieces of what's going on with your relationship. They're typically telling them all the bad things that you are doing in the relationship, even if you're not doing them. They're painting you in a negative light to another person. Now, while they're doing that, talking shit about you to the other person, they're bringing bits and pieces of whatever of that other person, i.e., maybe they won't stop texting them, or they call them late at night, or anytime that other person, the friend, has to go somewhere, they jump up and down, they want to go with them, like they're joined at the hip. They always keep the other person around, and they throw that other person in your face subtly, because it's just a friend. It's just a friend, or you're being jealous, or whatever the case. They pit you two against each other in one way or another. They create it to where you don't really care for that other person that much, and that other person does not care for you. And they like to keep the tug of war going between you all. So they'll go over to this person, and, oh, I can't believe she does this. I just wish she was this, and this. Then they'll come to you, so-and-so said that you need to do X, Y, and Z, and that maybe if you tried this and this and this, we can get along better. And they do that back and forth, back and forth. I personally had that going once. I was ambushed by one of the people that they would try to triangulate me with, or that they were triangulating. This was their friend, but they were way too friendly for me. But literally, I thought me and him were going to have a conversation, right? So we go to talk, we're sitting in the car, because didn't want to have a screaming match and all of that. Adult conversation in front of our child, who was maybe 7 at the time. When I tell you, I get in the car, and all you hear in the surround sound is that other person. Now, I'm getting lectured for 2 hours about how I'm a terrible person, and that maybe I need to try acting this way, or try this approach, or try to talk to him in this manner, or use these words for 2 hours. And you could just look over at him and see just the delight in his face, seeing how frustrated I was, and being ready to go the fuck off and get out of the car and go about my business. He could see the frustration. But because I was so frustrated, I was still trying to preserve the relationship. I sat and dealt with it. And just the happiness on his face, like, yeah, I got this, I'm in control. You could see it. And that's what they love to do. They love to triangulate you against the next person, because they want to see how far you're willing to go to fight for them to be in your life. It's really like a game of, I don't know how old a lot of you are. I gotta check my analytics, but I'm 40, so I don't know if some of you know of the show that came out in the 90s, American Gladiator, where it's two super strong, athletic people, who are going up against these super warriors, and they fight each other basically to the death in order to win. That's the goal when it comes to triangulation for a narcissist. They want you to fight to the death with the next person, whoever that person may be, whether it's the friend, someone they're cheating with, the parent, sibling, whatever. They want to see how hard and how long you're willing to fight to keep them in your life. Now, the more you do fight, the more you feel like, what's happening here? Why do I have to fight to keep this person in my life? And we're supposed to be everything that I think we are. Why do I have to fight? That's what you're thinking, but they're not thinking of it that way. They're thinking of, yeah, I got them in my pocket. Look how hard they're willing to fight for me, baby. Look how hard they're willing to go for me. I'm great. I'm special. So they love to do the triangulation thing. Do not get caught up in that game, because it only creates doubt in your mind. Excuse me. It messes with your self-esteem. It messes with your joy. It messes with your happiness. And you don't need someone in your life who's going to play all these mind games that's going to do all of that. This is not worth it. A relationship is not worth it. Having somebody to lay up with at night is not worth it. It's not worth your sanity. It's not worth your joy. It's not worth your happiness. It's not worth your life ultimately, because these people drain your energy and your life force and stop you from being able to be the best version of yourself that you can. And you don't need that. So if you ever find yourself with someone trying to triangulate you with the next person, let's nip it in the bud immediately. Because anyone who really cares about you, who is really about you, who really wants to be with you, or who really holds you in high regard, is not going to have you competing against anyone for anything, let alone their time, attention, energy, effort, whatever. Okay? So don't fall for it. Again, do all the things that you're supposed to do to make YouTube do what it's supposed to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Get in the comments, guys. Tell me what videos you want to see. I'll do them for you. No problemo. What else do you want to talk about? And until the next video, guys.